This is Blake Temez with the Blake Temez podcast, where I speak as a Catholic layman to Catholic laymen about missional living, wisdom cultivation, and legacy building in service of Christ and his bride, the Church. Thanks for being here. If you listen to the very first episode of this podcast, you know that each episode has been a part of a 122-day challenge to publish a piece of content every day for 122 days straight. And because of recent family circumstances, I failed to post something yesterday. And so here we are on what would have been, I believe, day 48 or 47, and it has become day 1. So I'm going to take this opportunity to reflect on the significance of integrity and perseverance and learning and valuing experiences for the experience itself, for the exercise of using a new skill, developing a talent, and simply continuing to move through a process that one has committed to. And so in committing to starting over this 122-day challenge because of missing a day, that was one of the stipulations. If I didn't make that clear, if one is to miss a day and break the streak, then you start over from the beginning. I want to exercise that virtue, exercise that muscle of, doing things thoroughly and completing them as committed to without seeking some other type of workaround. Now, of course, there are ways to work smarter and not harder, but in this case, the conditions were very clear. And I'm grateful to have begun the process. I feel like I've gotten more comfortable in speaking about things that are significant to me without having every single word thought out from the beginning, and so that's helpful. Just being comfortable, not knowing every part of the argument, every part of the answer before even beginning to muse about it, and so that's a great value in and of itself. And so I look forward to continuing with this process, continuing to explore topics that have already been covered and going deeper into them. If you've been with me this far, thank you so much for your attention. It's a great encouragement to hear from those of you who have reached out and shared your thoughts about the podcast. That's huge. Just knowing that someone is listening gives me a big boost to continue with this challenge. And now that I'm starting through from the beginning, I'm excited to recommit and engage with those of you who are out there and gaining something from this experience. So I offer these thoughts in solidarity with those of you also who are creatives or entrepreneurs in any way, who know the challenge of putting yourself out there repeatedly and continuing to do so even when the returns are not always immediately obvious. And so thank you for what you do. Thank you for your support. And I'll end it there for today. Thank you for your time and attention, and God bless you and all your efforts. Peace. If you're a young Catholic man or a mentor, missionary, or minister who works with them, or even just a concerned figure in their life, a parent, uncle, whoever it might be on the lookout for the release of a short guide that I'm putting together called Brothers by Blood: How to Forge a New Path for Catholic Manhood. In it, I'll expand on some of the topics in this podcast and give you some points of reflection to see about how you can be a part of a movement that empowers men and brings them to their full potential for their sake and also for the benefit of the church and, by extension, the benefit of all society. So, again, thank you for being a part of this, and look out for more information about the release of my guide in episodes to come.